What's up, guys? So today we're going to do a little review on my 2019 Ram 1500 Bighorn. This is a Bighorn with the Sport Appearance package. What that does is it gives you the painted bumpers, painted mirrors, and I also have the LED package on this Bighorn where it gives you the LED headlights, LED tail lights, and also gives you the Alpine stereo system, which I'll show you here in a little bit. But yeah, we're going to go over a couple things I've done to the truck so far. So stay tuned. I really like how aggressive the new front ends are on the 19s, especially with the painted bumpers. I feel like the chrome bumpers don't make the truck look as aggressive, but they still look good. But the painted bumpers definitely set it off in my opinion. First thing I did here was white out the Ram logo in the front of the grille there. I used white vinyl to do so. I'll actually put a link in the description below where you can get that. It's a seller on Amazon that actually sells them pre-cut, and you just undo them and stick them on there, and they're already pre-cut, so you don't have to trim anything. I actually, because they come chrome, so what I did is I plasti dipped them black first so that you have a black outline, and then I stuck the white sticker over top of it so that there was no chrome showing at all. So that's how I did that. Another little touch I did to the headlight is tint out the side reflector. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that used to be an orange reflector there, and instead of taking the headlight out of the truck and separating it in an oven and heating it up and separating it to tint the reflector, I just took a piece of 5% window tint from my windows when they were getting done, and I went ahead and just cut out a square to the exact shape of the reflector and stuck it on the outside of the headlight. Now, I know some of you may think, okay, that's tacky, but honestly, it really doesn't look bad, and you can't even tell it's on the outside of the headlight. And I've had it on there for about 3,000 miles now, and it's not come off. The sun hasn't faded it or anything, so it ended up working out really well and saved me a lot of time and obviously, patience getting that headlight out and taking that reflector out of there. Also new for 2019, they put the 1500 and the Hemi 5.7 liter badge on the hood instead of on the side of the door like the 4th gen. I'm not sure if I like it up there. Some days I do, some days I don't. Depends on the angle of the truck. What I really want to do to that though is get rid of the chrome, since I don't like chrome obviously. I want to get rid of the chrome, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to have this color matched to the white on the truck and then leave the Hemi in 5.7 in black just to give it a little offset. But yeah, I want to color match that, so that's what I'm going to do next. Another thing I did to my Ram is I plasti dipped the side emblems black. These Ram emblems used to be chrome, and like I said, I wanted to eliminate most of the chrome on the truck, so I went ahead and plasti dipped those black. Obviously got the windows done. These are limo, 5% on the front, 5% over the factory, 20% in the rear. Same with the back window. All 3 back windows is 5% over the 20% factory. Gives it a nice dark look. You can't see in at all, but you can see out, and it just makes it look really good. Moving on to the back now. I wasn't sure what to do with these new LED taillights. I really don't like the new 5th gen LED taillights, actually taillights in general on the 5th gen Rams. I do like the 4th gen taillights a lot better, and they used to be bright red, and even this center part was red. All this was red, and then it has like 2 see-through or clear lenses for the turn signals and brake light. And then I'll show you when I turn the car or the truck on, you'll see the red running light basically outlines the tail light, which looks cool, but I don't know, the redesign on the tail lights, I'm just not sold on them yet. So what I did is I used a can of VHT nightshade, and I actually used 3 coats, and I painted them myself. I taped off the inner, this is the reverse light here. I taped that off so I didn't have to worry about not seeing at night, reversing or backing up. So I did 3 coats, no clear coat, and look how glossy these turned out, guys. I mean, it turned out like I had them painted in a paint booth. I'm very happy with how glossy the taillights turned out. Now, I will say they are pretty dark, and depending on your state and your laws. Here in Michigan, these are probably not legal, but they definitely do show the light, and I'll show you here in a minute when I turn the truck on. But they're definitely a little too dark for my liking, but I wasn't sure how many coats to go, to apply, because I didn't want any of the red showing, because I wanted to keep the whole black and white theme on the truck. And these big bright red taillights really were an eyesore to me. And also what I did up top for the third brake light is I tinted the red with the same VHT nightshades. I taped off the cargo lights, and I tinted the center red third brake light with the same VHT nightshades, and also I did the same amount of coats, so 3 coats on that one up there as well. Moving on to the back here, they definitely redesigned the bumper for 2019. I like how it's lower, easier to step up onto to get over the tailgate if you don't want to bring the tailgate down to get on the truck or to get in the bed. I like the new Bighorn badge. I was going to debadge the whole truck, but I'm really impressed with how the Bighorn looks on the tailgate, and I'm going to keep that for now. I plasti dipped the Ram logo on the back just to, like I said, get rid of some chrome and to match the black and white theme I have going here. Along with the 4x4 emblem here, I plasti dipped that as well, flat black, to match all the other emblems on the truck. Also for 2019, they made the exhaust tips bigger on the Rams, especially on the Hemi Rams with the 5.7 liter. I have not seen any 3.6 liter trucks out on the roads around here, at least, and so I don't know if they come with dual exhaust or not. I'm assuming not, because the 4th gens didn't, but they definitely made the exhaust tips bigger. I believe they're 3-inch or maybe 4-inch this year. I think 4-inch, and they actually look just like the Hellcat exhaust, so I'm very impressed with that. I like that upgrade for the 5th gen. So moving on to the interior, I have the black interior with like the gray denim cloth seats. I don't know if you guys can see this very well, being that it's obviously limo in here and dark. I'm gonna go ahead and roll the windows down so you guys can get a better view of the interior so that it's not so dark. So for 2019, they changed the door panel up. You have a new pocket in here to put something in there. You got big pocket here, you've got 2 cup holders, and another pocket there, another door pocket. So there's a lot of storage in the new 2019 5th gen over the 4th gen. They definitely did a good job at designing this truck. It actually came with these slush mats from Ram, and they almost remind me of WeatherTech mats that don't cost an additional $100 after you purchase your truck or car. I usually run WeatherTech mats in all my vehicles, and this truck came with these, and you honestly don't need WeatherTechs because it's basically a floor liner just like a WeatherTech, but it has the Ram logo in there, and it definitely fits the floorboard perfect, and it came with the truck. What more can you ask for? Another thing I did in the interior is install LED lights for the map lights and for the back, the big light in the back. I installed the LED lights because the truck came with halogens, and it just looked really, I don't know, tacky almost. Like you've got a truck with LEDs everywhere, but you put halogens in the interior lights. It just didn't look right. And plus the LEDs are a lot brighter than the stock, halogen yellow looking lights. So I recommend, putting those LED lights in your map lights and also in your big, cab light there. So even though it's a Bighorn, they did do a good job on the gauge cluster. It's all new for 2019. I like that illuminated Ram in the middle. The big screen, you can customize it. You can put, whatever you want in each corner. I have a compass, my average fuel mileage, your battery voltage there, your oil temp there. You can customize that any way you want. I like the stainless steel or brushed background for the background of that screen. It looks really nice. It's the same background as the one in the radio as well. So this does have the 8.4-inch screen in it. It's not the 12-inch screen that I did a review on in the Limited, but it definitely it definitely is a nice screen for it just being a Bighorn, and it does offer CarPlay and satellite radio and all your Uconnect apps. This truck does not have navigation from the factory, but it does have CarPlay, which if you plug your phone into CarPlay and you plug your phone in and CarPlay comes up, you are able to run navigation off your phone, which then goes to the screen here. So it's basically like having navigation without paying for it in the sticker, without paying for it in your payment. So the 8.4 inch screen isn't bad. Obviously the 12-inch screen that comes in the Laramies and the Limiteds is definitely a lot nicer, but I'm very content with the redesign of the dash and how they made this look. It looks really nice. Moving on here, we have a new gear selector, both location and style. It's a little different from the 4th gen, and all your your 4-wheel drive auto, 4-wheel drive high, 2-wheel drive, and 4-wheel drive low buttons are all here next to the gear selector. Push button start now factory on the Bighorns, which in the 4th gen they weren't. They had that little key, like a Mercedes style key that you had to put in there and turn. It was stupid. I hated it. So I'm glad to have push button start on the 5th gen. Even though it's a Bighorn, you're still getting a leather stitched steering wheel, which is nice. You get your steering wheel controls here, Bluetooth functions there. You can select different gears here. It's almost like paddle shifters, but I would call it button shifters. And then right here what's missing is the adaptive cruise control, which this truck does not have, and then obviously your standard cruise control there. So like I mentioned before, this Bighorn does have the heated seats, the heated steering wheel option. It has parking sensors both front and rear. It has tow haul and traction control here. What it is missing is, I don't know if you guys can see in the video here, but it's missing a trailer brake. I did not get this truck with a trailer brake. If it had one, that would have been great, because I do tow a snowmobile trailer with this truck, but it's not a necessity, and I didn't feel like ordering the truck because none of the trucks on the lot had a trailer brake at that time I got the truck. So new for 19, they also, I don't know if you can see it down here, maybe if I shine a light on it. Of course the light's dead, but anyway, there's a CD player now, factory from 2019. They added a CD player in here, and then you've got your USB and your USB-C ports along with an auxiliary cord port. And I will say I'm using a USB-C cord, and the USB-C port seems to charge my phone a lot faster than a regular USB. So I'm very happy with experiencing the new USB-C option in these trucks. It definitely is a faster charging way to charge your phone in the truck. So that's cool. What else am I missing here on the dash? They added this compartment here. You hit this button and boom, there's a little glove compartment there, along with your standard glove department down here. Other than that, there's not much different from the 4th gen. Obviously the whole dash is different, and the redesign looks a lot better than the 4th gen did, in my opinion. You've got your home link up here. You've got your cargo lights and your slider window, your third window in the back there. It is power, and then you've got a sunglass holder there. So here's a better look at that CD player. I know it's kind of dark in here. There's where the CD player is, and then you can see here that's where the trailer brake is missing on this truck. Light down here, basically. So you have the center console here, okay, center console. Then you have your cup holders, and then you have this cargo area where you can hide things. So basically you can let's try to hold both here without getting it in the camera. Okay, so basically you can slide this back and forth just like this, and you have all this space down here for things you want to hide. Let's say you go to a basketball game, or you go somewhere where you don't want people looking in your windows and see what you got in here. You can put whatever your belongings are down here, and then you can press that button and slide the center console over it, and it hides it. And then you just have like your change holder there, and then just a little tray here. I have like gum and whatever in there, and then obviously the cup holder. So yeah, so I mean this whole console is new for 2019 for the 5th gen, and they did a really good job at designing this interior on this truck. So with the center console, you have your first, you know, smaller compartment up top, and then when you open up the bigger compartment, it goes back down to that area where actually if this tray wasn't here, this would all be one area where you could put something, which, you know, when you slide this tray back, you can have access to it in the front, and when you slide it forward, you have access to it in the back here. So like I mentioned before, it does have the Alpine system. I really like this system. My buddy's Laramie had the Harman Kardon, and honestly the Alpine sounded a lot better than the Harman Kardon did, in my opinion. You know, everybody's got their own personal preference, but the Alpine system in these trucks absolutely rock. It does come with a 10-inch subwoofer, and that is located behind the back seat, and there's no way for me to access that unless I take the back seat out, which I'm not going to do. But anyway, you get the point. The stereo system rocks in this truck. I mean, it sounds just like my Hellcat, my $72,000 Hellcat. It sounds just as good as that, and we're sitting in a $50,000 Ram. Speaking of the price, I might as well pull out the window sticker here for you guys, so you guys get a better understanding on how much things cost and exactly what options this truck has. So it's a 2019 Ram 1500 Bighorn Sport Crew Cab 4x4. Now I know a lot of you guys are going, well, why does it say Sport if it's a Bighorn? Well, for 2019 with the 5th gen, there is no more Sport. Well, at least in the United States, there's no more Sport trim level. Now in Canada, you can get a Sport trim level. So what they did in the US is make a Bighorn with a Sport appearance package, which basically comes with everything the Sport does except for the new hood. That is an added option that you would have to add if you built the truck. So a lot of the trucks here in the United States are gonna be called Bighorn Sport Crew Cab, which is a Sport appearance package added to the Bighorn. So basically, like I said, all that does is add the chrome or the painted bumpers, gets rid of the chrome bumpers, and also, you know, adds the LED headlights and taillights, and, you know, really makes the truck look a lot better just with that Sport appearance package, in my opinion. Now the base price of the truck was $41,895, and this is the like I said, just the Bighorn, white, black interior, cloth seats, 5.7 liter V8. It's got the 8-speed 8 HP 75 transmission and standard equipment, as you guys can see here. I'm not going to read through all these, but you get the point here. Optional equipment, the premium LED lighting group, the Sport appearance package. So right there it tells you it comes with the black interior accents, deluxe cloth bucket seats, power heated mirrors with fold. Level 2 equipment group is the dampened tailgate, which I'll show you that. You hit a button and it comes down on its own. 8.4-inch touchscreen display, and the auto climate control, CarPlay, etc. So here's some more of the optional equipment. You know, heated steering wheel, heated seats. I went over all that with you guys. Let's see what else. The 20x9 aluminum chrome clad wheels. Man, $1,600 for that option. It's almost like I really didn't need that because I was going to put wheels on it anyway, but it is coming up on winter, and I will be putting on my stock wheels with the BF Goodrich KO2 tires for my winter setup here shortly. It is supposed to snow here in the next couple days, so I'm going to go ahead and get those put on before winter so I don't have to worry about the salt eating the, you know, or pitting the, you know, 22s I have on here. Plus, the tires on the 22s obviously are street tires and would not be good in the snow. So, after all these different options and all, you know, additional optional equipment on this truck, the price comes out to $51,545. And honestly, for, you know, a Ram that has basically everything but leather sunroof, the big screen, and that's pretty much it. I mean, that's not a bad price for what you're getting in this truck. And honestly, the lease incentives are so good on these trucks that, I mean, you guys can lease these trucks stupid cheap. Well, at least here in Michigan, these trucks are leasing out really good. You can even get into a Laramie at a decent price. They extended the rear door 4 inches, so it's definitely a lot more leg room in the back, and the cab itself is a lot bigger than the 4th gen was. Obviously 90-degree doors here, and you've got, here, let me get my phone back out and get a light in here because it's kind of dark. So you've got these slush mats again that I was talking to you guys about. They came with the truck. They're really nice, so you don't have to buy WeatherTex. Makes it really nice. So that came with the truck. Back here you have USB-C ports with USB. For some reason on the Bighorn, they don't put the 12-volt outlet back here. I don't know why. You got a little compartment here for like a phone or whatever. But yeah, you know, on the Laramies and on the Limiteds, this is a 12-volt plug outlet, and I don't know why they didn't put that in the 5th gen Bighorns, because the 4th gen Bighorns had that. It was just up front on the dash. But anyway, that's that. And let's see how these seats fold up. I'll show you guys how this works here. So you just lift up here, and you have all this storage compartment under here. Now, since this is a Bighorn, it doesn't have the cargo compartment things that lift up, but it definitely gives you little cubby holes here. And as you can see, also under this one, you've got more space for whatever you need. There's a lot of space in the cab of this new 5th gen Ram. Also, moving on up to here, you can tell that this has the Alpine system, because actually the Harman Kardon has these too, but these overhead speakers in the roof, they make a big difference. There's 2 on each side, and they make a big difference. This truck literally sounds like it has surround sound, like in a house. They did a really good job at designing the truck, putting a good sound system in it, and obviously making it look good. So that completes the interior of a 2019 Ram 1500 Bighorn, and that's basically it, guys. So just to show you guys what the LED headlights and fog lights look like on the 2019 Ram, I went ahead and put the parking lights on with the fog lights so you guys get a good understanding on what it looks like and how this headlight is different from a limited headlight. They're a lot skinnier and more thin up top, and it just, in my opinion, this headlight looks better than the limited headlight. That is a lot thinner. If you look at my couple uploads back, you could see I did a review on a limited, and you can tell the headlights are a lot different than these. But comment below, let me know what you guys think of the new 2019 Ram 1500. I mean, I'm honestly, I'm very happy with it. I have nothing to complain about. The only thing I don't really like on the 2019 5th gen is the taillights. That's the only thing that really bothers me on the truck. But other than that, I mean, look at these LED headlights. I mean, how sharp are those? I mean, you get the LED fog lights to go with them, the painted bumpers. I mean, this truck just, it looks mean. You coming down the road behind somebody, and they're just gonna be like, all right, I'm getting out the way. I mean, this truck just is aggressive, has a nice stance to it, and I mean, the LEDs look great. Very happy with how this truck turned out. So going to the back, I wanted to explain to you guys, you know, in here it doesn't look that dark, but when you get it outside in the sunlight, it's very hard to see the LED ring around the taillight. I definitely made them a little bit too dark, but they look killer when they're off. Obviously they look good on too, but I'm the only one in here right now, so I can't show you what the brake light and turn signal looks like, just because I'm one man, can't hold the camera and hit the brake. But basically the brake light and the turn signal come on in this area here and in this area here. This is used for blind spot monitoring, and that's another option that this truck does not have. And I don't know if you'd be able to spray tint your taillights if you had the blind spot monitors. It might affect that. It might think that there's something there at all times, and you know, that's not good. So I'm actually glad I didn't get the blind spot monitors on this truck. But that basically concludes the taillight, and I wanted to show you how it looked, you know, on. I had it, you know, I showed you guys what it looked like off. I wanted to show you guys what it looked like with the parking lights on, and then obviously they added LED license plate lights, which is a nice feature. And that's pretty much it, guys. Oh, one last thing I forgot to show you. On the new 5th gen, they finally stepped up to the plate like Chevy and Ford, and it's basically a 1-button touch, and the tailgate comes down on its own without you know, trying to hold it from it slamming. So I'm going to show you guys that right now. So it's 1 button, and you just let that thing come down. Boom, there you go. So as you can see up here, I added more LED lights. These are the cargo lights for the bed. They definitely make it it's a lot brighter back here, like at night. It makes it so that you can see basically anything, and it blinds you because they're so bright. But they look good and a lot better than the yellow halogen lights that it came with. So I added those LEDs there. Basically that concludes the review on the 2019 Bighorn. I mean, this is my personal truck. I love it. I have no complaints. Ram did a really good job at designing it. And comment below, guys. Let me know what you guys think of the new 2019 Bighorn. I know I did a review on the Longhorn, the Laramie Longhorn, and the Limited, but let me know what you guys think of the Bighorn. I mean, for the money, you can't really beat it. I mean, it's just, you just can't. It's priced right. It comes with a lot of options for the money. And like I said, I'm very satisfied with this truck. Alright guys, so that completes today's video. If you liked the video, hit that thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Make sure you browse through my channel, check out the different videos I have, and I look forward to seeing you guys next video. Peace!